Is this thing on?
Yes, it looks like it's on. The green light's on.
You're going to scare everybody. We are Lee and Sherry with Relationship Reinvented, also known as Lois and Clark. And this is our second show of Dear Lois and Clark. And we do this show for Relationship Reinvented. Our life and love and business and relationship coaching business. That's a mouthful. And we do this Dear Lois and Clark segment because we do other. I see you. I see you right there.
Oh.
You deserved it. We do other YouTube shows that are twin flame dynamic based, and our business isn't all about the twin flame dynamic and the runner, the chaser, that whole deal. So we wanted to do this segment to answer your regular, everyday relationship questions. If you're interested in the twin flame dynamic and you want to know more about it, you can find it on our YouTube channel, Clark Lois Twin Flames. That's it. And on our website, it's going to be running across this video. So I'm not even going to say it because it's going to be running across the video.
No. Okay.
So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, Lois. What's our first question?
Oh, my God. I can't take him anywhere. First question. Dear Lois and Clark, this is from Lauren in Ohio. That's where we're at. Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
I'm 36. My boyfriend is 42. We've been dating for 5 months. We've been on 2 weekend trips together. One in Chicago, one in New York. He's wonderful. He's attentive. He's generous. Here's the problem. Sounds good so far.
Okay.
I rarely hear from him after 6 p.m. I feel the same way, Mike.
We agree.
If I call, he won't answer. He may text from time to time, but not often. I have never been to his home. I have never seen him on the weekends, except the 2 weekends we spent away together. When we spend time together, it's always at my house, and we never go out. He's always bringing me breakfast or lunch. His excuses, weekends are for his kids, 2 boys I've never met. And he gets off work at 5 p.m., goes home, eats, and goes to sleep. He's tired. I'm feeling suspicious. Should I? Ooh, can I go first?
Please.
He's married.
Okay.
He's married, and you should ask him about it. If he is elusive, run. Get the hell away. He's married.
Oh.
Or he lives with somebody. He doesn't have to be legally married. He's living with somebody. He's got a family. He's living with somebody. Why else would he not contact her? He's lying to her.
Okay. So
go ahead.
I'm going to give the answer that I believe is really kind of where I would go if I was, the person that would come out. Here's what I'm going to say. First of all, what are you hiding from him? Because the only way you're allowing him to hide certain things like that, you're hiding yourself. Or you're ignoring yourself, in which case your relationship to yourself has been broken. In which case something like this kind of behavior would be acceptable for you.
Yeah, why are you putting up with it?
And even on the putting up side, I think that it really boils down to what you do to yourself, you're allowing him to do to you.
Oh.
Next. Just kidding. But it's the truth. Mm-hmm. Because if somebody is being elusive with you, you have to really kind of already be elusive to them for them to know that this kind of behavior is okay. Because the first time you said to me, yeah, I'm going to go home after work and I'm just going to go to bed. I'm like, good night. And then I'll be right back on Plenty of Fish. Get it?
You know what? In the beginning, I didn't hear from you after 5.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying. If you know our story, you know it's true. And I'm just saying. Well, that was easy.
But at the same time, it is. It's about paying attention to energy. If this energy is doing that, what energy is she putting off that says this is okay?
And it just really sounds like she's a on the side type of. She said he's generous.
Well,
he's taking her on these trips. He's bringing her breakfast. He's bringing her lunch. What about dinner?
The material must be worth it to put up with that kind of behavior. And is your love worth that kind of material to come with it? So don't sell yourself short
for breakfast or lunch.
Well,
don't do it.
I guess that's a good way to look at it. So
right.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Start cooking your own breakfast. Make your own lunch.
True. That's true. True story.
Start being really busy before 6 o'clock.
And start showing yourself a whole lot more love. You deserve a whole lot more. And if you feel that, maybe I am hiding something, just come out with it. It's going to only bring the right person to you.
Agreed. Moving on. This question is from Wayne in Sydney, Australia. We love our clients from down under. They're wonderful.
Have another shot from the Barbie.
He's really not going to like you for that.
Sorry.
Oh, gosh. And when our friend Paul hears that, I'm just telling you.
Paul does
we got a lot of clients in Australia.
Post this where Paul can see it.
I'm telling him anyway. All right. Well, Wayne says my wife is.
Love you, Paul.
Love our friends in Australia, all of them, down under.
And Peter.
We love. See, I'm off track. My wife is having an emotional affair with a coworker for about a year. They have not been physically intimate yet, but it seems to be getting close. How do I know? I found her email password and I've been reading every day. She does not know. I have not confronted her. What should I do?
Well,
whoa.
You got this one. Go ahead.
I mean, really?
Yes.
All right, two things. Why haven't you confronted her? What are you hiding? And what is it that she's not getting from you that she's getting from him? And this has been going on for a whole year and you couldn't find it in yourself to give that to her to stop this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that really
does. Whole year. Yeah. He's been knowing that she's been in this emotional affair, so he's reading what she's getting from this other man, and he still hasn't given it to her because she's still doing it. Go ahead.
Okay, so the double-edged sword here is you confront her with the information, and then you lose the physical connection you get from what she gets from the emotional connection.
Get it? Got it?
I think I said it right. So in other words, the aftermath is what you're going to miss. And in truth, it really is not giving you much of anything because you know that she's lying and she knows that she's hiding. So why are you enabling a lying and a hiding scenario?
Right.
Why not just say, you know what? I love you and I want us to work and I want us to be able to talk to each other the way that you've been able to talk to others. You don't really have to come all the way out with it, but let her know that you want to appeal to her heart and you want her to appeal to yours. Because even if you end up going, you know what, she's not the woman for me, or you're not the man I want to be with, you're going to be better off. There is something always trying to make its way to you that's going to show you a deeper love, pain or not. I've always found that pain is the greatest teacher. So I would tell you, being confrontational, probably not the best idea, but I would tell you, you've got to tell the truth. Because when you can come out of the closet and, and you can talk about things that you're hiding or you're lying about, you're going to feel so much better. And it's going to be better if you have kids. It's really going to make a difference in their lives. So I would say that
yes, I'd like to touch on that.
Yeah, bringing it out is what's going to ultimately work better because right now what they're learning is that, and the kids are going to feel this.
Yeah, I have a passion about the whole statement, well, I'm staying for the kids. Oh.
And you're teaching your kids what again?
Yeah. How much damage are you doing to your kids? Stay in
Oh,
for your kids.
And I love this though, because we found this, and we actually do really kind of speak from a childlike mind. So understand this: when a child is around energy that's hiding, a child picks up on that energy. Because even though we say to them, well, they're too young to understand, get it right. You're too old to understand.
Right.
Because they're going to repeat everything that you do. We're a product of that. So we can tell you from experience that, yeah, what you say is what you get.
Yep.
What you do is what will come.
Right.
And in the aftermath, you're going to want to know why in the hell your kids are making these choices.
You're teaching your children how to find people just like you.
Yes. And then say, ooh, I love this person so much. And wait a minute, why are they're talking to other people? Well, I should just stay and tolerate that. No, that's not what you want for them.
Teaching your children that it's okay not to have a healthy relationship.
And that's where it always seems to lie. What is healthy?
Yeah.
Well, if you found out that you were eating something bad, would you continue to keep eating it if you knew it was going to kill you? Well, okay, so maybe 80% of the planet would. But
well, we do. We do all the time.
But why don't we figure it out? In other words, don't do something that you know that is not good for you. Hiding this, not good for you, not good for the relationship, maybe not good for the kids. Definitely not good for the kids.
We don't know if there's kids involved.
But
he didn't say, but I mean, if there is, then
yes,
don't use them as a crutch. But also, for a whole year, you've endured this relationship by yourself, watching her with somebody else. What is it that's inside of you that you're missing, that you're getting from watching the connection from your wife and her emotional lover? What is it?
Maybe he's learning a new way to communicate.
And you would think in a whole year that the correspondence back and forth, she would have said, well, he's doing this or he's doing that, or he hasn't done this or he hasn't done that, or he's not doing this. And at that point in time, you should have taken that information and compiled it into some action. But at this point,
it sounds like you did after a year. I mean, if you've been watching it for a year, you're just learning about other people's lives, but not your own. Mm-hmm. So I would say go after what you know is true inside of you. Mm-hmm. One other thing I want to add to this, because we keep running into this over and over again, is I can't leave because I can't support myself. If we end up separating or if something happens, or both of our incomes are how we survive. Yes, we understand, but that doesn't mean the truth should not come out to set you free. Right. If you don't come out with the truth, then you're just basically playing a game called Liar, Liar. And it's going to, at some point, somebody's going to get hurt more from the lie than the truth would.
Well, 2 incomes are always better than one, but then you have turmoil. 1 income, peace, it's... Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yes, it is.
Hope we help Wayne.
Wayne, yeah.
I'm sure Wayne will let us know if we haven't.
Yes.
And he's probably sleeping right now.
No, it's tomorrow for him. So.
Right.
Okay.
All right. This is from Cynthia, and she's in California. I watch all your videos and listen to your radio shows. I'm referring to the one where you touched on arguing. Uh-oh. Do you argue, and how do you resolve your arguments? I do not recall that video that you're speaking of. Lee and I would never argue. Next question.
Yes, those were crickets she just put into the video. I heard them. I heard them loud and clear.
Okay.
Okay, so the arguing.
Go ahead.
Okay, arguing is what? Arguing is when your energy level gets a little bit too high, then your emotional or your ego becomes completely enraged and causes you to say things that could be harmful to the other person because you're hurting yourself. That's how we argue. Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm.
It happens.
We don't sugarcoat shit. That's the way it goes down.
It happens.
But the makeup.
Isn't that the same? Isn't that the case for everybody though? Ours is different. Let's see. I know the video that you're speaking of, and that's when this one said, yes, hell yes, we do argue, and we do. And he's right about ego, and I'm going to give you an example. And this time it was my fault, so I'm not going to throw you under the bus.
Me?
Until later in the video. Or until I edit it.
Yes. Yes.
The other day, my son, Lee and I work very close to each other. I work right here. He works right here. My son, we were both working. We're both on the computer. My son said to him, "Are you guys working?" Lee looked at him and said, hold on. Here comes my ego. Just a second. Lee says, "I am." So, I said nothing for probably about 3 minutes as my ego built and built. It was longer than 30 seconds. It built and built. And my mind was telling me, this is what my mind was telling me. Oh, yeah? He thinks he's working and I'm not. What am I doing? Over here playing Words with Friends? What the hell am I doing? I had like 4 things going on the computer here. And we coach people from all over the world. So we're busy. We're doing stuff. So I look at him and I said, "Did you just tell him you were working? And I'm not? What do you think I'm over here doing?"
Thank you for the question.
Yeah, thanks for that. But it was a great example of how your ego can really take over and then put things in your mind, and then your mind takes off, and then you manifest it out your mouth, and then, I kept it with me for an hour or so.
Or so.
Or so. Whatever. Yeah. Go ahead. Your turn.
But the really interesting part was the 5-year-old. And his energy completely changed from playful energy to angry energy. And I was like, what is wrong? And so, yes,
he said,
here I am.
You guys got problems.
Here I am. No, he's...
Oh, yeah.
I'm mad. I turned into the Hulk. It was funny.
Yeah,
because he was actually showing... He was showing the energy and what it looked like for a 5-year-old to pick it up. So I just kind of... Now, here I am, ego-less, and really kind of in my place and going and looking around and I'm going, okay, what just happened?
Yeah.
Because I really didn't, when I was asked the question, I just answered the child. I didn't think, okay, so, but now I have the Incredible Hulk, 5-year-old on one side, and I've got She-Ra mixed in with Wonder Woman, turning into Godzilla. So I went... So I went,
It wasn't that bad.
and men, we all do this. We just go, well, that look. I had that look for, I don't know.
30 seconds.
What? Or so. I had it for or so. Remember, we just said 60 or so, and I said or so. That was how long I had that face. So... The arguments, yes, they do happen.
They do happen. But we handle them differently now than we used to throw some furniture around.
Yes, okay? There was furniture moving around out here.
Before we really started to stand in our piece, we really handled our arguments differently. Now, it's peaceful and calmer because he will say dumb things like, I'll go ahead and let your ego manifest itself. And who are you listening to? Are you listening to your mind? Sometimes it's hard to fight stuff like that. Or he will. Yeah, really. Thanks, Cynthia. Lee's really good about pulling me out of my ego a lot. And he will just shut everything down and turn the music on and just pull me up off the couch and dance with me. And he will just come over and sit on me or sit with me and just kiss me. And just put his arms around me and hold me. And that just breaks that energy. For me, it breaks that energy. So that's how we normally handle ourselves.
An argument is only going to last as long as you don't have enough sex.
I say argue longer. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Moving on. All right. It's getting hot in here. All right. I hope we answered your question. Yes, we do argue. We just handle it differently. We resolve it peacefully. We resolve it differently.
The biggest thing about an argument is how strong your communication is. If your communication is already strong within the connection or the relationship that you're in, the argument should not last long.
Right.
It should last, well, sometimes it depends on how pent up the energy is. Mm-hmm. Like if you're an argument collector, then what will happen is you pick up so many things over a period of time, and then all of a sudden you just blow up, and the other person's like, where the hell did that come from? Yes, those kinds of arguments.
I used to do that. Sometimes I still do that.
So here's the thing. If your communication builds up, and if you can at least try to remain calm while the argument is starting to ensue, try to stay calm for as long as you can, because the other person's going to pick up on your calmness. Yeah. That's not always easy. But what is easy is if you can realize that there is a thought process involved here that you might not have heard before, and you need to get to that. Then you can diffuse. She gets very passionate when she's angry or when she becomes enraged and starts to argue. Her weak spot is, of course, just touching her.
Yeah.
That seems to work. And sometimes I become stubborn and don't want to do that. But somehow or another, something just pulls me to, and I do. That's love. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Cynthia. All right, moving on, and this is going to be quick. This is from Donna, and Donna's in Indiana. And
hi, Donna.
How you doing, Donna? My son was married in January. 5 months later, his wife had an 8.5-pound baby girl. They said the baby, my grandbaby, was premature. Can a baby be that big that early? Just wondering. Here's what I say. Ready?
Yes.
I say two things, and this is going to be quick. Sounds like the baby was on time, but the wedding was late.
I'm not laughing.
That, and the other thing I have to say is, it's none of your business. Their marriage, their child is none of your business. Stay out of it. It's his life. It's your son's life. Leave it alone. Deal with your own mess. Leave his alone. It's a little life coaching there.
Okay. I've got different viewpoint on this, and the viewpoint is, were you in the room when they were making the baby?
Right.
Okay, we'll wait. Okay, in that case, if you were in there and you were coaching him on, and you knew what he was doing, then a baby can be any size it needs to be.
Right.
If you weren't in the room, don't worry. Here's the thing. You have a beautiful grandbaby. Embrace and love that baby completely with no questions asked, regardless of size, regardless of anything. Yeah. This child is going to grow up to love you very much.
Yeah.
You can take that to the bank.
Baby was on time.
Yes.
Wedding was late.
Okay.
Rhonda in Michigan.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda.
What's going on?
What do I do when my new husband withdraws from me, especially when I try to talk to him about the relationship? Well,
when you say withdraw, So let's say, for example, before you got married and when you guys would have your long talks, or maybe you didn't. Maybe he was that way before and you thought marrying him would change it.
Change him, right?
There's a root to this. If you have always been with men who won't withdraw from you when you talk to them, let's not focus on the way that they're withdrawing. Let's focus on the way you're communicating. Because you have to really listen to them to understand their means of ways of communication, to understand how you can communicate to them so they can hear you clearly. In this particular case, I would say contact us, because in some cases you can't see some of the things that may be triggering them. And that's actually what we do. This isn't about, we don't make it about the connection. We make it about the connection, but we don't make it about the connection that's outside you. We make it about the connection within you to understand why they may be giving you that kind of energy back in return.
There it is.
Sherry?
Well, I mean, she's in our group, so she definitely knows how to get a hold of us. But he's withdrawing for a reason, and you have to find out what that reason is. And it's because, I mean...
Can I give an example of...
Yeah.
Because I think what you're saying sounds like this. So let's say, for example, you're her and I'm him. And come at me with something that you know that I'll withdraw.
I really want to know why you haven't kissed me for like 3 days. And I really like to be kissed. Here. Why won't you talk to me? Why aren't you talking to me? Hello? Is anybody in there? Why won't you talk to me?
I'm getting ready to leave. So if that's kind of energy that you're used to, the energy of what he's going to be able to go this for, or this for, or even this, is based upon what that energy feels like. So real time, that's what it looks like. So I would tell you... Are you because you know he's going to withdraw,
enabling the withdrawal?
Right.
Yeah.
If you know he's going to withdraw, you may be already having that message come out in the way that you're vocal to him without even knowing that you're doing it.
Right.
Yes. Wow. That was wow. Okay.
We got a couple more. Let's go ahead and get to them real quick.
Okay.
Craig from Amsterdam.
Great.
And we love our friends in the Netherlands. We have a few.
But he's in Amsterdam.
Quite a few.
You, my man.
Yeah. I saw one of your shows where you said something about a forever honeymoon stage. Can you explain more? Yes, we can, but this is a family show.
Well, we can really tell them the essence of what that means. Do you know how, like, when you first meet somebody and, like, for months or maybe sometimes years, you feel like, wow, this is so new and it's so fresh and so this and that. And then all of a sudden...
There's lots of kissing, there's lots of hugging,
lots of all that
lots of
stuff.
touching.
Do you know why that goes away? It goes away because your thought pattern catches up with you and keeps you away from them. They're always new. You're always new. Why? What did you tell yourself in here that kept them from being new?
What got you comfortable where you stopped kissing and you stopped hugging?
Yesterday, when I met her for the first time, when I opened my eyes that morning, well, that's the part where you wake up. And then, throughout the day, but then we went to bed again last night. Well, not right to sleep, but we went to bed. And then we got up today, and it was just like yesterday. But today, she's not who she was yesterday. So, yeah, I sleep with a different woman every night. Get it?
Yeah.
She grows exponentially. I do not tell her she doesn't. And if she isn't able to share something new with me, which she has done for 9 years, understand newness is what happens on the inside of you. And as you learn those things, if you stop sharing it, how can you not lose the honeymoon stage?
Stay there.
She's more beautiful now to me than she was the moment I laid eyes on her. You just have to wake up and see it. And if you're looking inside yourself and saying, man, how did I get so lucky? then you do the same thing. If you're going, man, well, no, that's just the way she is. Well, you've already made a residual image in your mind and keep a thought process about who that person was in one point and did not go past that point. Look at your woman right now and kiss her and look at her and kiss her and look at her and kiss her because she's in there waiting for you to do just that.
Turn the TVs off. Put the
We don't have a
cell
TV in a bedroom.
phone- What
do you need TV in a bedroom
Yeah,
for?
we went through this.
How many of y'all have a TV in a bedroom?
Yeah, we went through this last video. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
What's wrong with y'all?
Don't scare
Get the
me.
TV out.
He's scared
You
me.
don't need it in there.
I'm scared. Put the cell phones down for a little bit. We went through this.
Give her your cell phone.
Oh. Yeah.
What have you got to lose?
Yeah.
If you're not in here and you're out here with her, you haven't been focusing in on your cell phone, and what she's going to find in there is going to represent the same thing.
Dance, kiss. We kiss all the time. You guys are weird. Stop. You guys are weird. You guys should be through with that. You should be over that.
If you ever wanted to know the secret to how people stay together all that time, we just told you.
Yeah. We'll never stop kissing.
I wasn't finished.
Family show.
That camera goes off at some point, and then it comes back on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Don't look for it. We don't post it. No.
You don't have to leave that. You don't have to leave it. You don't have to leave it.
No, you really don't.
But everybody seems to leave it.
Because their thought process activates
Oh, I've been
them
sleeping
to.
on the couch for 17 years.
Here's the thing. If you're still fighting about something that happened 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 5 days ago, or 5 minutes ago, that's 5 minutes too long. That other person has grown since then.
Right.
Get to who they are now. That's how, like even in that first thing you talked about where he said, well, it's been a year. Well, it's been a year and he's watched his wife emotionally grow, and he might have grown in the process, and neither one of them know each other. But what could happen is if he picked her up every day, carried her downstairs, made her breakfast, kissed her on her face, told her how much he loved her, what would happen? Shoot, every flower needs sunlight. And water. So,
Okay. We have other questions, but we'll save them for the next show.
yay!
We will.
Yeah, the next show.
Thank you guys for watching our videos and reading our blog and joining our group and all that cool stuff. And running across the bottom is how to contact us, our website, all that cool stuff. And we're going to be doing this every week. So if you want to send us your questions, go on and send them. We have some for our next show. We keep sending them, and we'll keep answering them.
Yes, and remember, the tagline is reinvent your innocence to reinvent yourself. We love you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.